Okay, hello everyone. Happy International Workers' Day. Not something that I say in Polish. If you don't know, when Poland was communist, it wasn't exactly a very happy holiday. It is a holiday here, of course, but it was in a way basically a reminder that we are occupied, so that's why I still don't, like, I'm not wishing anyone in Poland happy day, but today but since most of my viewers are outside of Poland, I do wish you Happy International Workers' Day, and of course I hope it isn't just one good day. For everyone who's working, I hope you have a good year. Tomorrow is Flag Day, but that thankfully isn't full holiday, and day after that is Constitution of the 3rd May holiday. That's a big one in Poland. Commemorates passing of the first Constitution of Poland. Depending how you count, it was, if we are talking at least about what we call constitution, it was second or third in the world. Of course, there are, situations are sometimes different because Magna Carta, for example, and British Constitution is not, or English back then, is not written constitution. Okay, maybe I will have a longer video in a moment, we'll see. If that's all, then take care. Bye. Okay, I will just show you. Yeah, so it's basically full. This is for plastic bottles, so that because since the new year we have to pay additional money for each bottle, and we can get money back this way by putting it in the machine, and then we get money in the form of coupon for this shop. But you can see that it's tiny machine. There is a bigger machine where I often drive, but yeah, this is too small for it. It compacts, of course, but it's still tiny as heck, so not super efficient. Okay, now I will drive a bit, but you will see me in a moment. And I'm back. Third May Constitution, I was talking about it. I don't think I will be able to make any kind of video on such short notice. It was, for late 18th century, it was relatively progressive constitution. Sadly, it only lasted a few months, maybe a year and a half, you could argue. This was just, it was after the first partition and before the second partition, really. As partitions were happening, so not something happy. There was one piece that I didn't exactly like in it because it introduced Catholicism as main state religion. This was after centuries of Poland being a country that was much more tolerant when it came to religion than most European countries. Now, that doesn't mean that it was like fully perfect or anything like that, but relatively to, for example, what happened in Holy Roman Empire, which, they had entire wars, 30 years war and stuff like this over religion. And prices increase again. Yeah, but overall it was good attempt. Of course, it was basically impossible to reverse the situation this late. Maybe if something like this passed when first partition came in, maybe it would change things. Maybe. Okay, apologies. I don't know if you will see the part where I was in the shop, because we entered a bit longer discussion and I didn't have money with me, which was, let's just say that it made things complicated. I mean, slightly more complicated. It's not like the owner here doesn't know me. But when you take like, what was it, $40 on a tab, it's not nothing, so. constitution, the most important bit was that it deleted the idea of Liberum Veto, because imagine that you have parliament, basically like a House of Representatives, but every nobleman can be in this parliament. It's a form of nobility's democracy. So basically Sejm or parliament, thousands of people are there, and what can happen according to the Liberum Veto, which means I have the right to veto, I'm free to veto, freedom, is that at any point any nobleman that's there, that's taking part in the parliament, can veto anything. And it doesn't just veto stuff he wanted to veto, it vetoes everything that parliament, that session of parliament already agreed to, and it dissolves parliament. So you basically could bribe just one person, and it basically, barricaded and stagnated entire country. It didn't allow any country to do anything. It didn't allow Poland as a country to really do anything, because passing reform was impossible. The cat is fine, don't worry, I didn't drove over the cat. So that was a big deal. I have an idea for a video that will be a bit simpler to animate, so maybe it won't be as problematic, on basically explaining very basics of AI and why it uses so much energy, why it's so resource intensive. I feel like this might interest people a bit more than, very technical discussions. Although I still plan to make a video about MinP and all of the other stuff. I already have Top K and Top P, I think. So we'll see. Thank you. Like, share, subscribe, and most importantly, take care. Bye.